Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. Today, we're diving under the hood of an industry that, on the outside, looks incredibly glamorous. But structurally, well, it might actually be completely broken. We're going to unpack the jaw-dropping economics of the global events industry and see how a fascinating concept called vertical AI is stepping in to totally rewire it.
Right out of the gate, I want to hit you with this number. $3 billion. Just let that sink in for a second. That staggering figure is exactly what the advertising industry alone spends at the Cannes Lions Festival every single June. We're talking about a literal flood of capital pouring into private flights, super yachts, and fully branded beaches. The scale of money being deployed here is almost unimaginable. But here's the massive, undeniable problem. Despite throwing billions of dollars at a single week-long event, most of the right people still never actually meet.
And the irony of this is just incredible. I mean, you have the world's largest, most sophisticated creative festival, an event literally packed with brilliant tech innovators and forward thinkers, and yet, functionally, the whole thing is running on archaic, low-tech tools. You've got high-powered executives desperately trying to coordinate using messy spreadsheets or firing off LinkedIn DMs into the void hoping someone checks their phone. It's an incredibly high-stakes environment running on primitive logistics. Which brings us to part 1, the networking inefficiency trap. To really understand the friction here, just look at the massive scale of spending required merely to get your foot in the door. We are talking about $100 million spent collectively on delegate passes alone. Think about that. That is a massive financial barrier. Companies are pouring absolute fortunes just for the mere opportunity to be in the room where the networking is supposed to happen.
And it definitely doesn't stop there. Because on top of those delegate passes, companies rapidly escalate their spending to the tune of $600 million. That money is poured directly into brand activations and physical event spaces. We're talking elaborate booths, wild experiential marketing setups, custom-built pavilions right along the Mediterranean. So the physical infrastructure of networking, it's heavily funded.
But here is where the pain point gets very, very real. You've spent millions to be there. You've built this massive activation. You flew your whole executive team across the world. And your absolute most important high-stakes meeting of the week, it inevitably gets canceled. And why? Not because they didn't want to do the deal, but simply because of a manual scheduling conflict. Someone's earlier meeting ran 10 minutes over, and boom, the whole house of cards collapses. The return on investment for all those hundreds of millions of dollars literally vanishes in an instant due to simple human error.
So, let's transition into part 2, the vertical AI solution. You see, the old way, trying to use general AI like ChatGPT alongside those messy spreadsheets and DMs, fundamentally fails in this environment. Why? Because the generalized chatbot doesn't know the layout of a convention center. It doesn't know who is currently running 10 minutes late across town. And it certainly doesn't inherently understand event logistics. The new way demands purpose-built logistics. It needs intelligent matchmaking, prioritized deal flow, and real-time solutions. The industry desperately needs technology with its unique DNA baked right in. So, let's define exactly what we mean here. Vertical AI refers to highly specialized artificial intelligence systems trained specifically on the unique logistics, workflows, and data of a single industry. This isn't the jack-of-all-trades tool trying to write a poem and schedule a corporate merger at the same time. No, it is highly specialized, a purpose-built system devoted entirely to managing the chaotic physics of massive global events.
Let's break down the exact functions of this AI because it systematically connects the right people dynamically through 3 core pillars. First, matchmaking. This means knowing exactly which buyer needs to meet which seller based on incredibly nuanced industry data. Second, deal flow. It understands the actual pipeline of business and prioritizes high-value interactions. And third, real-time scheduling. It can dynamically adjust calendars on the fly to save those crucial meetings when inevitabilities, like location changes, actually happen.
Ultimately, the goal of vertical AI is to be proactive. It operates at lightning speed, fixing the networking bottlenecks and locking in the deals before the rosés even poured. Honestly, before the party even begins, the heavy lifting of connection is already done by the system. That allows the humans to simply show up and do what humans do best, build real relationships.
And that perfectly sets up part 3, the Upside Journal vision.
Now, the Upside Journal provides an incredible foundation for this kind of thinking. It's a CN concept brand developed in conjunction with Chase. But what's truly vital here is that they aren't just analyzing the future, they are actively building it. Everything developed on their platform so far is 100% built through AI integration.
To really grasp their mindset, check out this direct insight.
This actually comes from a voice note sent by Olu to Victor as they were developing their systems. Olu says, "Our whole ideology is to be able to move faster with AI co-working." I absolutely love this because it completely humanizes the technology. It showcases their practical lived reality. AI isn't replacing them. They are actively co-working with it to move at unprecedented, practically superhuman speeds.
In fact, they're pushing the boundaries of this co-working concept by building a fascinating meta layer into their work. Remember that voice note? Olu actually recorded that sample to send to Victor so they could start building Olu's very own AI clone. They are using artificial intelligence to duplicate their own human output. This allows them to create greatness and scale their brand's impact infinitely, totally unconstrained by the physical hours in a day. It is a brilliant, brilliant application of highly specialized AI.
Okay, let's zoom back out to the macro scale for a minute. We talked earlier about the billions spent at Cannes, but Cannes is literally just a drop in the bucket. The broader global events industry, it's a staggering $1.5 trillion market. $1.5 trillion. And right now, it is entirely bogged down by manual scheduling, missed connections, and massive wasted potential. It's basically a sleeping giant, just waiting for its tech moment to unlock unprecedented value.
Which leaves us with this ultimate provocative thought to end on today. Is your industry ready for its vertical AI moment? Think about it. If a complex, chaotic, trillion-dollar beast like the global events industry can be revolutionized by purpose-built AI that actively co-works with its users, what is it going to do to your workflow? I highly recommend seeking out the full analysis over at the Upside Journal to dive deeper into this massive shift. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep asking the big questions, and I'll catch you next time.